So this week we got a very nice example of how you use your technicals in order to convey the emotion and the peril of a situation. I know that's kind of a weird way to start this off, and some of you might not get what I'm talking about, considering visually we really didn't get anything new here. We've seen wide-scale destruction in Yu-Gi-Oh! Before. We've seen characters in peril. We've seen all this stuff. But they came up with a clever way to do it that I don't know if we've done quite before, or at least not like this, and that is with the music and the background noises. That might sound weird, but hear me out. When the episode opens and we see Yugioh Vrains' destruction, there should be no real investment from the audience because, well, it's a virtual city in a virtual world in a animated nonsensical anime. So there needs to therefore be something extra, and the fact that there was no music adds this haunting quality to it. We expect there to be score. We expect the score to sort of help us lead us into how we feel the situation, but to have no score, to just let the sound of chaos sort of bring you into it, does a great way of really building up the fear and the tension. And then, when you split to Yusaku and Kusanagi and then play the music, and it's the peril music, the everything's going to shit, we're in trouble music, that also does something. That sort of also puts you into the scene with them. You are now feeling for these characters, and you understand the gravity of the situation, all just through the visuals and just some very basic sound cues. That's not always easy because, well, every show thinks you gotta be bombastic with the music. Every show always tries to be really over the top. Like, in a lot of these, you'd immediately start seeing the world go to shit. No, this is very clear. Like, it's gonna take time to shut the whole world down. 6 hours? That doesn't seem that doesn't seem like too long or too short. Sounds just about right, considering obviously we'll get another recap episode in 3 episodes, I'm sure. What I then liked was it then showed everyone very just like, okay, we got to do this. We spent like 5 or 6 episodes getting the other 2 on board for this, so we're all going in. And immediately, you're just completely put into the situation. You're ready to follow these characters. We like these characters, or at least we like Go and we like Aoi and Ignis. We're ready for this. One thing I was not ready for that I really liked, the scene where the Soul Technologies guy died. That was funny. And I shouldn't laugh, because the conclusion is obvious. Of course he's just going to become cannon fodder. Like, what other purpose did he serve? But that whole, he shows up and he's like, I'll go with you guys. Like, my assumption was he was going to show up, make some bold proclamation, and then either go away or just be killed immediately. But no, he's like, hey, I'll go with you guys. I'll side with you guys. I know Soul Technologies. I know all their stuff. I'll take it up the butt. I got no problem with that. And then immediately it's like, no, just die. It adds a little extra something to it. It's the fact that they added to what you expected to happen, and I really quite enjoyed that. I also liked with Naoki being like, no, I can't do this. His pride won't let him admit he's scared. His pride won't let him say, I should leave this to Playmaker. He's like, I'm going to be the future hero, and we'll worry about that for the future. I liked both these scenes because they were small, but this was a smaller episode, and I thought, I don't know, they just entertained me. I don't know if there's meant to be some sort of political message about the concept of people who think they're high and mighty, and how something like this puts it in check that you are either a coward who won't or can't do anything, or you're a backstabbing piece of crap. I don't know, but I thought it was fun regardless. Then you have Spectre finally doing something. I think we all assumed Spectre was going to be something important. You don't put the guy in the ED and the OP and then have him like do nothing for 20 episodes unless you're gonna really try and do something with him. Okay, I mean, he put a computer virus in a 16-year-old girl that put her in a coma and almost turned her brain to mush, so maybe that is something. I liked this. I liked it wasn't the immediate, I'm just revealed to be crazy. I mean, look at the facial expressions he's got in half of his scenes. Also, the scene where the Soul Technology guy dies with his eyes. Someone make that a meme, please. With Spectre, I liked that he seems very intelligent, very in control, but it's not over the top. He has his over the top reactions, and he's very clearly looks like he's getting off to this. but there is still something very refined about it. There's still something very intelligent about it. He isn't losing composure, he's just getting really excited. And showing the guy who is that intelligent, and this is his face when he gets happy at the idea of destruction of modern society, that's good. It's good. It's kind of haunting. I'm really curious to see where this goes. I am a little worried, though, that Aoi is going to be cannon fodder, and Yusaku and Go will have to handle this, or Aoi will be cannon fodder, and then Go is cannon fodder just to build this guy up. I seriously hope they don't do that. I don't think it's a smart idea. I don't think it's a good idea to make it that your female character's main story arc just revolves around her getting captured, needing to be saved, getting thrown out of the story. Just stuff like that. And I feel like if Aoi gets taken out of commission again, it will just sort of cement that. Kind of like Rory in Doctor Who. He doesn't die that much, but the fact that he died enough times to where that became the only thing anyone remembered with that character. I don't want that to happen, and I don't think it's a good idea. Also because Aoi, weirdly enough, seems to be one of the more popular characters from this. Whenever I talk to friends of mine, and I don't know if this is because since Trickstars are a tier 1 deck, and people hear that, oh, Trickstars are in the anime, and oh wait, they're used correctly. This girl is now instant waifu material. She seems to be one of the more popular characters, and I don't think it would be a good idea to kill her off, especially if my theory is correct, and a lot of people are just invested in her to see Trickstars kick ass. So, who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't even think the writers know half the time what they're doing. So, that's it for that. Tune in next week. Let's see if Aoi gets really is just a rape metaphor, which I'm kind of getting that feeling sometimes with her. As for the TCG question of the week, now, and we might not even learn this till next week, we are potentially getting another ban list. And some people are wondering, could this be a small one? Could it be a big one? Could it be huge? Could it just deal with spirals? What do you guys want? I like this idea of a ban list 2 months. It just puts a couple things in check, and that's it. Tell me that in the comment section below if you want a new ban list or if you think it should get seriously hit. And one more thing, before I did this, me and my friends are starting a podcast. I briefly brought this up in the Star Wars review. We were going to record episode 1, a spoiler review for Star Wars, but for some weird reason, I can't have my microphone and my headphone, I can't have audio come out of my computer while my microphone is in the computer. And then when I plug my earbuds in, I still can't hear anything. I've looked at a bunch of videos, but there doesn't seem to be anything for Windows 10, and when I do the steps they list, none of it seems to work. I don't know if because I use the Apple earbuds, I don't know if they just aren't compatible with my computer in that way. I'm just really not sure. But if any of you know anything about audio, tell me below. Otherwise, I'll probably just figure it out tomorrow or something. But as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and let's see if everyone's waifu becomes down a foo or something.